Let's talk about Young Player of the Year then, because there are some cracking options as well. And there's been a revised format here, which is good. So the PFA Young Player of the Year rules have changed. It's gone to the age 21 or under as of the 1st of July, proceeding to the start of the season, which means that players that were previously 24 were being winners, and now it just makes so much more sense. Actually, I did Saturday Social on Sky with Neve a while back, and we had to go. They wanted a under 23 team, and I was sort of like, I think you should go a bit like you can go a bit lower than that. And actually, we went to 21, and you've got some good names to that. But we could have gone 20 and under, like quite comfortably.
I did the
There's
same
a lot
thing
of
the
young
other day,
players. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sad, aren't we? So let's go through them. Ethan Nwaneri. Have the injuries to Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka allowed Nwaneri to break through quicker? He has been used more in the absence of Saka on the right, but had periods off the bench in attacking midfield during Odegaard's time out as well. How do you fit all three into the team next season, or don't you?
You can play. I think. Well, Saka's always going to start, and then you want to have someone who's right-footed, probably on the left-hand side. So maybe he doesn't start every single time, which is fine because you don't want to overload him with minutes while he's young. But maybe that's changing because you see players like Lamine Yamal doing crazy stuff, and Saka, yeah. But then that's a real serious injury he's had, so he'll need a bit of time to recover and get back into his own form. He obviously can be the Saka sort of backup and also replacement, and they can compete for the same place. I wonder, this is weird, whether both those players might end up playing through the middle at some point. Saka would be a really good centre forward.
As a centre forward?
Yeah.
Do you think Nwaneri as well as a centre forward?
As a false nine, like Messi.
Neve said that.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Because I think Nwaneri's got because he can play through the middle and knows when to move. He's got the timing, everything's nailed down. He's got the right decision making and perfect in tight spaces. And so, you put him wide, he can do bits, but you put him into the middle, he can damage you, and you don't know where he's going to go. So everywhere he goes, he'd form a new little triangle.
But do you think that? Yeah, I get what you mean. Do you think Arteta would? That's the thing I struggle with this. Do you think Arteta would do that? Is Arteta always going to want that sort of, proper striker up front?
I think he'll change tactically. So I think they're trying to be as pragmatic as possible and try and win the league by being super defensive, and that's how you win a league, right? So you don't concede goals and then you win a league, and that's how you get over it. Once you get over it, a lot of the sort of mental blocks that you get are gone, and then you can progress from there and become
a bit more flow, like we're talking about.
Yeah, you can still be. You've got your aggression, you've got your solidity, then you need your creativity, and you've got that, and that sort of works. And they're amazing at every phase of play, Arsenal. But they should be more fun to watch. And so I think going forward, he might end up going, because he's gone quite away from what Guardiola stuff is to being more rigid. Not that Guardiola isn't rigid, but then he'll maybe move back towards it and change it. And the best managers evolve every season. They add something new. They don't change it, but they add something new. And maybe,
just maybe,
he ends up with a false nine who drops in deeper and lets people run in behind.
Intriguing. He's had a great season. You forget just how young he is, and his numbers are comparable to Yamal. That will be. It's not about debating them. I think the point is that he is doing incredibly well for this team. I mean, maybe it helps. I guess Barcelona, a great team as well. But yeah, I think he's outstanding. He's just smooth, really, really smooth. Sticking with Arsenal, Myles Lewis-Skelly, 12 games, just the one goal. Of course, we all remember that one. And he's been sent off twice as well. I think he's done fantastically well. And obviously playing in a different role. I think he's got an enormous future. I think what's going to be interesting, I read this, I can't remember the article now, but I thought it was a really interesting point, was that the footballing kind of meta will sometimes accelerate or delay the development of a player sometimes. And I feel like with Lewis-Skelly, if it was you're a central midfielder like he was at the academy, and then right now the only way you're going to get in here is via this, then his development and we wouldn't be talking about him basically. But with the kind of tweaks and changes that happen at any moment, and now we're seeing 3-4 changes within the season, it feels like. I think that has helped him, and I'm intrigued to see how that continues with him if Arteta does start to make a few tweaks and changes.
Yeah, I think because the most likely tactical change he'd make would be to play like outside fullbacks, so you can play other players closer inside, and so that would mean that I guess what you're referring to is like the inverted fullback kind of role that's become like ubiquitous across loads of different places.
Yeah, and I guess from a safety point of view, let's say as a young player, him sort of starting there, and then now it's time to trot into midfield and get on the ball. That is an easier way, I think, of being in those areas, because you literally get to kind of survey it, step into it, and then play once the team's set up, and that's different to playing midfield all the time, I think.
I agree.
And so I think that's great for him. That's like minutes, that's experiences. Like you can see, he's obviously got a personality about him as well. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that continues. Tyler Dibling, what a player he is, and I think again somewhat hidden. I think again we'll talk about Gravenberch. Tyler Dibling was like, who is this guy? Pretty quickly, and then I think it's probably calmed down due to the sort of malaise of Southampton's season. But you really, really like him, don't you?
Yeah, I love this guy. So he's another one that's like hotly tipped on Football Manager for a long time. They've had him down as a potential superstar, and I like the way he walks around the pitch. Like he's very confident, belongs there. He's like socks down,
physically capable at such a young age as well. Like, he looks like a man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think he produces stuff that Southampton team is so hard to play in the Premier League. I mean, I don't think he even played in Championship last season, did he? Let's have a look. No, he didn't.
I think he got a couple, not a huge amount.
No, like one match played apparently, and it was off the bench.
The
so, like, to really come into the team this season, I didn't even know that. That's crazy. He's managed to do that. That makes it even more impressive.
Yeah.
But the way he can dribble and improvise in tight spaces is really useful. He can carry the ball distance, which is super important. Running into space. I think he'll be playing not at Southampton.
Yeah,
pretty soon. He's worth taking a punt on, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Dean Huijsen was in. He's my favourite pick. Yeah, he's my favourite. Signed for around 12.5, rising to 15 mil, as we know. Now being touted with a move away in the summer for around 60 million. Apparently, interest from Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and Bayern Munich, amongst others, has formed a brilliant pairing with fellow youngster Zabarnyi. Huge part of Bournemouth's pursuit of European football. I think everyone's spoken about him a huge amount. I think, he's just been... His decision-making is great. His comfort on the ball is great. You're talking about aggression or being a ball player. I think he's shown both aspects. His long ball passing has been very, very good as well. He is kind of exposed and on his own at times, which I think the fact that he's able to kind of deal with that so easily speaks to me to the fact that when he is to step up, maybe in the summer, to a team that is going to kind of leave you on your own because everyone's trying to sort of squeeze the pitch, he'll just deal with it with like huge comfort. He just seems incredibly comfortable. A proper contender here for Young Player of the Year, I think. Any more to add?
Young players?
Oh, no, just in terms of Huijsen.
Oh, Huijsen. No, I think you've covered him.
Yankuba Minteh. Sort of chucked him in as a quick comment. I think he is really exciting. I don't think he's totally there yet. I think he's a great dribbler, but if he's got to do two things at once, I think that's when the mistakes seem to come in. There's a few kind of moments where he's through on goal and he's dribbling and trying to see where the pass is, and sometimes the decision isn't totally there. But I absolutely think it will come with him. I think he's like, there's going to be a moment where it clicks and he's going to be frightening. Minteh.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of it last season. Yeah, I agree. I think maybe it's just not there consistently enough. But that's really normal for a creative attacking young player to not be consistent. I don't even know what his numbers are like, actually. I just wanted to check that.
He's got 5 goals, 3 assists from 22 games. I think the other thing, I bet his minutes per game. I bet he's not finishing many games.
He's 11 starts. He's played 22, so 11 subs. 8 goal and assists in 8 starts with 11 subs is really impressive.
It's true.
Like I thought, like, so I remember seeing him again from playing Football Manager. I learned a lot of my football from there. But like when he was, I think he was Newcastle reserve. I wasn't really highly rated, and then I saw him. He'd gone to Feyenoord, and that's where, like if you watch any of his Feyenoord highlights or just a bit of a game, like he was so good, like really, really good. Eredivisie is a different league, so maybe that's part of it. Having just checked his numbers I use FBref quite a lot for numbers, his out of possession numbers are insane. He's in the upper percentiles for tackles, interception, blocks, clearances, aerials won, and he's a winger. That's really, really good. I mean, it's against other wingers, I guess. But yeah, it gives them something different. I think you need to give these players the time.
Agreed.
The league is so competitive, and you're playing against the best fullbacks in the world. So
yeah, we are running out of time at Spotify Studio, so I'm going to run through a few more. Savinho, great use of the City Football Group with Troy. I'm going to say all these wrong. Troy signing him from Atletico Mineiro, but Troy is part of the City Group. Then was on loan at Girona, of course, as you'll all know, also owned by the City Group. And then he's come in this year, and you got to remember that he's 20. Could he have scored more goals? Yes, he's only got 1, but he's got 7 assists, and I think you can see there's real quality there as well. And Guardiola's been able to trust in him as well. Couple of fullbacks here: Lewis Hall, Milos Kerkez, Connor Bradley. All have had really, really great seasons. I think there will obviously be a drop off if Trent is to go, but I think a lot of people feel somewhat better, although it's a very different profile with Connor Bradley coming in and having some big, big performances this year. I really, really love the energy that he has on that side. And I guess the same goes for all these guys. Lewis Hall and Milos Kerkez have been absolutely fantastic. I'm a big, big Lewis Hall fan. In terms of that fullback position, with teams kind of really trying to sometimes kind of focus one side of the pitch, you've got to be really kind of switched on as a fullback to sort of problem solve and get out of that. Do you think that these fullbacks, we're going to be talking about fullbacks more and more, whereas previously we probably weren't focusing on them?
I think fullbacks will change to probably be more outside fullbacks going forward as the way the tactics develop, especially to do with how everyone's playing man-to-man pressing, and so it's harder to keep track of them. I think it's an interesting topic. However, we're being told we have to wrap up.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll literally say the names so people don't get angry. Elliot Anderson deserves a shout. Archie Gray deserves a huge shout for what he's kind of had to go in and deal with. Lucas Bergvall, we talk about him in detail. Carlos Baleba, you spoke about in the other podcast as well. And so much more. So apologies for this second bit being a little bit shorter. But
Liam Delap, Amadou Diallo.
Sorry?
Liam Delap, Amadou Diallo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yes, and Diallo. Yes. 10 goals for Liam Delap. Who would you like to give Young Player of the Year to?
I'm giving it to... I can't think. I feel like we're in a rush. Liam Delap.
Liam Delap. Very good. I'm going to give it to Huijsen. I think he's been outstanding. But who do you think should get it? Let us know. JJ, thank you so much. You can find him by searching JJ Bull. Or I can never say it. Football.
Bit by that, but that's just the username.
Oh, okay, but go check out his music. It's absolutely fantastic, and just support him in everything that he does because he's a bloody good lad. Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you think I'm a good lad, follow it, give us a 5-star rating, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Speak very, very soon.